in Dallas, Texas here. Let me know in the chat where you are tuning in from. Let's see where everyone is at today. Hit that chat button and let's see. We got South Africa in the house. Hey, Nira, good to see you. We got Helen in the UK. Leandro in Mozambique. Amazing. James in North Carolina. Edna, Ruby in Houston. There we go. Lesotho. Kampala, Uganda, Zimbabwe, UK, coming in fast. Uganda, Zimbabwe, USA, UK, England, Zambia representing UK, Zim. Amazing. Well, listen, let's get this party started. Trudy in Oregon, good to see you on. A couple more, three more Zimbabwe's. Excited to share with you really a new concept in travel. Your friend who invited you on the Zoom would like to share a new concept that launched back in December, just a few months ago. And I will tell you, has already spread to literally thousands and thousands of people in 60 countries around the world. And I will tell you, when I saw it, the last thing that I was looking for was to add something else to my plate. I am founder and CEO of two different financial services firms that generate tens of millions of dollars a year. We've got more than 30 employees spread out across 12 different countries. So I am amazingly busy. But, you know, when I saw this, I just realized, because it was so different, I knew it was going to be a concept that would definitely take off in a big way, and, you know, call it selfishness, but I didn't want to miss out. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to run through what I saw back in October, a couple months before we launched. And I think you'll probably see what I see. What we're doing in the travel industry is just super unique and super lucrative for those of you who take part in it. And so we've got two different things that I'll run through today. One is going to be our product offering. If you or anyone that you know travels, it just doesn't make sense not to own our membership. And then I'm also going to go through an optional brand ambassador program where the company puts about half of all revenues into a brand ambassador program where we actually earn income by referring the concept to others and building a referral network. And, you know, I think most of you, it will click when I run through everything. So let's hop in it. Let me share my screen real quick. And so obviously what we are talking about here is, the company is Viago. Viago means let's go. Let's go see the world. Let's go adventure. Let's go check off all those things on our bucket list that, you know, so many times we just get too busy to make travel a priority. And one of the things that I love about this is that I just love travel. I've been blessed to travel to 84 countries around the world. I was in the travel industry for about 12 years of my life. It was actually the most lucrative time of my life. It was also the most fun that I ever had. And so travel is one of those things that is an inherent yes. It's something that people naturally want to go do. And so Viago came on and said, you know what, let's kind of reinvent travel. The way we're all familiar with the way travel works is when we want to go book a hotel, a resort, a cruise line, a car rental, something like that, where do we go? We go online. We go to booking.com, Priceline, Expedia, you name it. And so we book a hotel, we book a car rental, a cruise line, whatever it may be, and that website earns a commission. And so there is a company called Bookings Holdings. They own booking.com, they own Priceline. In 2023, they did $4.28 billion, not in revenues, but in profits, over $4 billion in profits from people booking on their website and earning a commission from the property when the user books. So Viago said, why don't we do things different? Let's create a travel company and make no money selling travel. Let's create a membership that's so valuable. If someone goes on one or two trips over the course of a year, they'll save more than what they invest in the membership. And we'll strip out all those commissions and we'll allow our members, our member-only prices, to book at wholesale rates versus retail rates. And so that is essentially the concept that is really taken off. And so when you become a member today, you're going to have access to over 1 million properties at wholesale rates. And I'll give you some examples. Now, normally, if you were to book Las Vegas, Caesar's Palace, for the dates that we searched, you'd pay $149. That's the retail price. As a member of Viago, your price is only $101. So you're saving $48 a night. Now, normally, where would that $48 go? That $48 a night would go to the website that you booked it on. In this case, you get to keep the $48, okay? And this is completely unlimited. So New York, higher end property, Times Square, saving you $413 a night. Here's Venice, Italy, saving you $150 a night. You do the math, that's $450 over just a 3-night stay. Here's Johannesburg, saving you $137 a night. Cape Town, booking at only $54, saving you $104 a night. Now, we also have our VIP escapes. Now, these are premium trips that are specially curated. They should cost more, but because of the buying power of Viago, we negotiate these at wholesale or below wholesale rates with extras thrown in. So I'll give you some examples here. This is a trip that I went on, Playa del Carmen, 5 days, 4 nights, round trip air transfers, a welcome reception, all inclusive, all you can eat, drink, alcohol included. I ate as much as I probably paid for the trip. Choice of a sunset cruise or a snorkeling excursion thrown in. Normally, if you book this yourself, you'd pay $1,703 just for the resort. Booking as a member with Viago, only $649 per person. So you're saving over $1,000 per person, plus you're getting extras thrown in. Now, it gets better because we have a thing called Viago points. Now, a point is $1, $1 is a point, and whatever you invest in your membership, you're going to get at least that in points that you can use to further reduce the cost of every trip. So in this case, you can use $300 per couple. That makes it only $499 per person. Again, saving well over $1,000, having an absolute blast. And so think of your membership. When you get your membership, it's kind of like a vacation savings account. You know, you get the points, you put it in the savings account. When you want to use it, you go on a trip, you pull that out of the savings. Here's a trip. We had about 100 people in Bali, Indonesia, 5 days, 4 nights, round trip transfers, a welcome dinner, a daily breakfast, a river rafting excursion, lots of extras thrown in, $649 per person, or after points, $499. Here's a trip to Dubai. We've done several trips now to Dubai, 7 breakfasts, 2 dinners, an English guide service, a full day Dubai tour. One of the trips had an Abu Dhabi tour, a sunset cruise in the marina. One of the other trips that I went on actually had a desert safari. So you're racing around the sand dunes, finishing it off with a barbecue dinner overlooking the sunset over the desert. Just an epic experience. And so that trip, $750 per person or $650 after points. Bottom line is you save a ton of money and have a bucket list experience. Now, we also have our Escapes Your Way. These are trips that you can book anytime, extras thrown in, special pricing. So if you want to book Thailand or Greece or explore Italy or Mexico or Turkey or the Philippines, you name it, we got a trip that fits your needs. Now, we also have our daily deals. This is access to over 1 million retailers where you can save up to 50% off on the things that you're buying anyway. We have a ton of our members that are saving a lot of money with this program. And so our membership for our launch pack, it's $450 one time. You never pay that again, $99 a month. You're getting 600 points that you can use towards a trip. 100 points every month that you can use towards a trip, and an annual loyalty trip. So at the end of every 12 months, you are actually getting a vacation. I'll talk more about that in a second. Now, we have special prices in Africa. We have a standard pack. It's $250 to get started, $50 a month. You get all of that in points, plus the loyalty trip at the end of 12 months. And so the way the loyalty trip works, it's a 7-night hotel getaway. You can bring 2 to 8 people. You can bring your family on this. We've got many, dozens of different properties, several countries around the world that you can choose to use this getaway on. And so pretty awesome benefit for being a member. And so that is our membership. Go on a trip or 2 per year. You save more than the cost of the membership. Have an absolute blast. If you know anyone who travels at all, they need this membership. And that kind of brings me to the next part of this. Now, this is an optional program where you can take part in making money referring others. Now, we know the travel industry to be the biggest industry in the world at $9 trillion a year. also the most fun, exciting industry in the world. And, it's an opportunity where we're not having to convince people to change anything they're changing right now. I've sold a lot of amazing products over the years. And typically it's like my nutrition product is better than the other nutrition product, or my financial service is better than some other company's financial service. In this case, my Hawaii is the same as your Hawaii. My Greece is the same as your Greece. We're just showing you how you can go at wholesale versus retail. And so it just makes a ton of sense. Now you can become a brand ambassador. It's only $49 today, no monthly fees, $99 at the end of a year to renew. If you're in Africa, it's only $29 today, $99 annual renewal. That sets up your entire business. It tracks everything. You get to plug into our proven marketing system that you're really watching in action right now. I'll talk more about that in just a second. And then there's 5 different ways that we get paid. And for the sake of simplicity, I'll talk about the first 3 that really get you started. And what I love about this is it's so simple. I've been involved in other, similar type opportunities, and it seemed like it was always a math problem, trying to figure out how you get paid. You get paid this amount on this level and this amount on this level. In this case, it's very simple. Most people just understand it. And so when you refer others, they buy that lunch pack, you make $100. Okay, there's no limit to the amount that you can refer. So you refer 6, you make $600. And then something really cool happens. When you've referred 6 others, your monthly fee, that $50 or $100 a month, it goes away. So at this point, you pay nothing for the membership. You own it. And every month, they're still going to give you points to use towards a trip. And every year, they're going to give you a free vacation at the end of every 12 months. Even though you're not paying for the membership. And so I said to myself, Matt, surely I can find 6 others that would want to do this. And at that point, I have a free membership. And I pay nothing for it. They give me travel and they give me a vacation at the end of every year. And so we've got a ton of members who have gotten their 6, obviously. You'll hear from some in just a little bit. And the next part I'll talk about is the residual income side. And I'll tell you, this is why I'm doing this. I'm blessed to earn a really great income as a CEO. A great income, but this is my retirement program. This is the ability to put in some work now, build a referral network, and have that network continue paying you month after month, year after year. And so I want to show you how that works, because as your teams grow, there's 2 teams, a left team and a right team. And I don't know why there's 2 teams, but there's 2. And so as you refer others, maybe you refer 5 or 10 other members, they start referring others who refer other members who refer other members. And as you hit different tiers, you earn more and more residual income. So with 10 members on your team, you're earning $50 a month in residual income. Now, don't quit your job yet, but as that grows, they refer others and you're now earning $200 a month. They refer others, your team grows to 50 members, you're earning $500 a month. At 100 members on your team, that's growing to $1,000 a month. Now, we have had thousands of members join Viago in less than 6 months in business. And so it is definitely spreading very quickly. And if you think about that, when I looked at this, $1,000 a month, that's $12,000 a year in passive income. And, I've done a lot of real estate investing over the years, and I know that in order for me to make $12,000 a year in passive income, I have to save and put into a real estate investment anywhere from $150,000 to $200,000 to make $12,000 a year. And we have people hitting this level in a matter of 90 days or less. And so pretty exciting. And once you hit this level, there's another bonus that kicks in. You start earning a $50 bonus for every member that joins your team. And so if you have 10 members join your team in a week, that's an extra $500 a week. 20 members join your team, that's an extra $1,000 a week. And so the bonuses really start adding up, and it goes all the way down to that black diamond level, 10,000 members on your team, earning you $85,000 a month. Now that's a little over $1 million a year just in the residual passive income side of the plan, not counting the $50 bonuses or the other bonuses that I haven't even talked about. And so this is literally setting people up for a residual income that is more than their bills. And so what I'd love to do is just have you, we have so many people winning. I'd love to have you hear from a couple of people who have gotten started. They're plugging into our marketing system and having success. So let's stop over. First off, let's go to Aaron Zanyana. Aaron, would you mind sharing your story?
Oh yes, why not? Thank you so much, Matt. I'm so excited. And one thing I would want to say is that, Matt, you are not supposed to be doing this. You are highly, highly successful, a millionaire in your own right, and you are doing this. And I like when you said that you're doing this for passive income, and that's exactly what happened. So anyway, my name is Aaron Zinyanya, and I am a Zimbabwean based in the United Kingdom. I'm a social worker by profession. And I am doing this very part-time, but my mentality is full-time. I saw this information last year, and when I saw the information, it was through a video, not even a live presentation like this. And my eyes just opened up. At that moment in time, I was about to start a traditional business where I just invested over £5,000 in terms of paperwork without doing no client, no what. And I needed an upfront payment of rent of close to £20,000. And when I saw this, I said, okay, look here, it's a business that I can start with a minimum of $279 if I buy that package. So I saw two things on that. Number one, it was an opportunity for me to travel with my family. Life is too short to live too little. And just in March of this year, we were in Dubai, over 350 travelers. Guys, there's a difference when you travel by yourself with your family, but there's a difference when you travel with your Viago. I mean, the experience is just quite unique. We are planning to go to Greece, and I can't wait to meet you, Martin, Greece. The other opportunity was to make extra income. I'm working here. I have a good job that pays a good salary, but I tell you, all the money goes to residual bills. For those that are in Europe, you understand that rent alone, mortgage, takes many people's half salary, or if not three quarters. And I said, let me just do this part time. Doing it part time, I'm telling I'm already earning residual income, and we're just blasting the business. So thank you so much, Matt, and back to you.
Man, you got me excited. Life is too short not to go see it. I forget exactly. You'll have to type in the chat exactly what you said. That was so good. Congratulations on your success, Aaron. I appreciate it. And let's do one more. Helen Mendishona, would you mind sharing your story?
Hi, Matt. Thank you so much for that amazing presentation. So my name is Helen Mandishon. I'm from Zimbabwe. I'm based in UK. When I saw Viago, I saw an answer to a prayer. I'm in the process of relocating to Zimbabwe. So I was looking for an opportunity to make extra money, especially to build on my pension pot. So I quickly jumped in and I signed 8 people in 3 days. It means I got my money back. I was in profit and I also waived my monthly fees. Over time, I've signed 26 people, but due to the system that we have, leaders presenting and the videos that we can show, the team has duplicated and I'm now on the emerald rank. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
All right, amazing. Emerald, not bad for a few months of effort. That is awesome. I mean, think about how much you would have to save, put in an investment to have that kind of, retirement type income. I mean, it's truly amazing to think. I mean, we are less than 6 months old, right around 6 months. And so I can only imagine what's going to happen over the next 6 years. Definitely exciting times. And, you just never know. Like you hear Helen's story, 8 in 3 days. That is amazing. And not everyone does that, obviously, but who do you know who's hungry for more? Who do you know who's at a situation in their life where they just feel like, man, I should be so much farther ahead? And what I saw in this was I didn't really need immediate income, but I am, call me temporarily motivated to be permanently lazy. I've always wanted an opportunity to put in some work for a period of time, stop working, but keep getting paid. And over the course of, 6 months here, have been able to achieve that blue diamond level, which more than, pays for my bills. It pays for our mortgage. It pays for the car payment. It pays for dinners out. It pays for electricity. It pays all the bills on a very part-time basis. And just so excited about the future and really excited about the number of people that we can bless with this. There are so many people right now who are hurting, they're looking for something else. They're struggling to pay their bills. They're working extra jobs on a part-time basis just to make ends meet. We've had this global inflation crisis where, prices have continued to grow, but income hasn't continued to grow. And it is just the perfect opportunity to be able to present an opportunity to people where they can have fun and earn a very strong residual income. And so I want to talk about getting started. The most important thing I really want you to get today is how our system works. And we get pretty much everyone says yes to traveling. Everyone loves travel. Pretty much everyone says yes to making more money. Everyone wants to make more money, right? If we're really honest with ourselves, we'd love to make more money and travel more. And I'll tell you what holds people back. And I think it's the reason why this opportunity, compared to just about anything else I've ever seen, works so well, and why we have so many people winning, is because we have a system that doesn't require you to become a salesperson. I got involved in Amway when I was 18, and I had to go learn how to present and sell, and I was intimidated and I made no money. And I got involved in other opportunities where it was the same thing. I had to become a salesperson and present my products and all that. And, if you're not a natural born salesperson, it could be difficult. And so here's why this is working. It is a proven marketing system where the person who invited you on the Zoom right now, tonight, how hard are they working right now? They're not really doing anything, are they? They invited you to the Zoom so someone else could present the information. And so we do this presentation every single day, same time, same link. If you can invite people to something like this, you can become successful. Now, over the years, I learned how to present, and I enjoy it. I actually love doing this, right? Because I'm passionate about this. But you never have to do anything like this. In fact, the people that I referred to the program, no one that I personally referred to the program did I do a presentation. I didn't call them up and present to them because I didn't want them thinking, oh my gosh, I have to present this to others. So I'll tell you my whole secret. There's a website that has the presentation on it, okay? And so I called my friends, I called the people I know, and I said, hey, I've got a concept that I think that I'm really excited about. I think you'll love it. Pull up this website. I had them watch the presentation. Some people loved it. Some people said it's not the right time in my life. Some people said it's not for me, but many of them joined. And what did they do? They started referring other people to the website. They started inviting people to Zooms like this. No one has to be a professional salesperson. You have to be a professional inviter. So if you can be a good inviter, you can absolutely do this. And so all in, $4.99 if you're in the US, if you're in the UK, Asia, $4.99, $99 a month. Okay, you're getting all of that in points. You're getting a getaway at the end of every year. Now, some people look at that and they go, man, $4.99, what if it doesn't work? My question is, what if it does work? What if this is the one thing that you've been looking for that allows you to change the game, start earning a passive income? And I'm just, I've been the kind of person who's willing to bet on myself, because I know at the end of my life, I'm never going to look back and be like, man, I wish I would have been more conservative. I wish I would have saved that $500. I'm not going to say, I wish I hadn't taken that chance on myself. See, at the end of our life, we regret the things, not the things that we had the courage to try. We regret the things we never had the courage to try. And I also know that most of us probably have $500 in shoes and clothes and things like that in our closet that we don't wear anymore, right? Now, if you're in Africa, $279 gets you started, $50 a month, refer 6 others, you pay no monthly fee, you own the membership for free, and you make money referring others. And so from a timing standpoint, your friend who invited you, they're out sharing this concept with other people in addition to you. And they have 2 teams, just like you'll have 2 teams. And so you have the ability tonight to secure the highest available position within their organization, within their team, okay? And once you own that, it's like a piece of real estate that you own. and at least half of everyone they refer after you would go on your team. Why? Because they only have 2 teams. And so let's say Andy joins tomorrow. Andy goes out and builds a team of 100 members. Those are 100 members on your team that count towards your commissions. So you're happy, your friend's happy, and Andy's happy, right? Now, we know some people are professional procrastinators, and so they go to the Think About It corner. Andy joins, and if tomorrow, and let's say, in this case, if this is you, a day or 2 later, you join Andy's team. Andy grows that same team of 100 members. Andy's excited, your friend's excited, but in this case, you're not so excited because you're on Andy's team, right? If you would have signed up 1 second before Andy, you would have had Andy and all those members on your team counting towards your commissions, right? Now, there's no promise that anyone's ever going to join your team, right? I show this example because this is an example that has happened. We have examples like this. And my coaching is if you plan on doing this anyway, if you know this is the opportunity you've been looking for, get started sooner rather than later so you don't miss out on someone like Andy. And at this point in the presentation, you have everything that you need to make an informed and educated decision to get started. And everyone falls into one of 3 categories, either an A, a B, or a C. Now, if you're a C, what that means is it's not for you. And that is totally fine. If you are looking at this and you're going, man, I'm a C, that's the right decision for you. We know this is not for everyone. We're looking for the people who are looking for us, but we wanted to make sure you know what we're doing. It means the world that you took time out of your schedule to be here. Just let your friend know you're a C. Now, this may be the first time you're hearing about Viago. Certainly won't be the last. There will be other people who present Viago. They'll want you to look at a website or invite you to a Zoom. And now you know exactly what we're up to. If things change, let us know. If you're a B, it means you want to do the membership only. You want to come travel with us, but not necessarily do the business side. So if you're a B, let your friend know. If you're an A, it means you want to do both. You want to travel with us. You want to be a brand ambassador and make money and residual income by sharing the word. You want to plug into our proven marketing system and get started. And, you know, the last thing that I'll say here, and this is something that I just really appreciate about this, not only do we have a marketing system that really works, and it works for anyone who works it. You don't have to be a superstar salesperson, right? You just have to be an inviter. If you can do that, it works. But what I really love about this is the embedded mentorship program and the training program. You know, we do trainings every week. We have live in-person events that you can plug into. You know, we've got an event coming up in Greece here next month. And it is just one of those things where, you know, sometimes you're in business for yourself and by yourself. When I started my financial services company, there was no one to help me. You know, everyone else, all the other financial services companies, they're not saying, hey, let me help you. They're my competition. Here, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You have a team of mentors and leaders who are very successful, who are winning, who will help you every step of the way. So if you are serious about changing your financial future, then plug in. You will definitely be glad that you did. So thank you so much for tuning in. Get back to the person who invited you on the Zoom. Let them know if you're an A, a B, or a C. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you all tomorrow. Same link, same time, same everything. God bless. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.